Most of the time, we will not be taking notes in a notebook. I have a notes packet for you guys for geometry because we use so many pictures. So, starting off just getting some basic algebra review going. Focusing in mainly on solving. So, solving equations is a huge part of what we're going to be doing in geometry. We are going to be focusing in on linear equations, so no exponents that you have to worry about, which can make solving harder. Noah and Landon, can you move back to your assigned seats, please? Okay, 2x minus 5 is equal to 12. Okay, when I am trying to solve for a variable, my goal is to get that variable alone, in this case, x. Preventing that x from being alone is the minus 5 and the 2 in front of it. Which do I get rid of first? Go for it.
Plus 5 on both sides.
Add the 5 on both sides. When you are solving, adding and subtracting goes first. 12 plus 5 is 17. Okay, now I got to get rid of the 2. What's happening between the 2 and the x?
Times x, you divide 2 by 2x and 2 by 7.
They are multiplying, so we divide on both sides. 17 divided by 2?
Something and a half.
Is 8.5. I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, sometimes there are decimals. Far too often I have people tell me, I got a decimal, that means I did it wrong. No, it doesn't. Does it always mean it's right? No. But having a decimal doesn't mean it's wrong. A repeating decimal doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong either. What do we do when there's a number in front of parentheses?
Divide 4 by both sides.
No, you multiply.
Okay.
You're supposed to think the
Oh wait,
parentheses
wrong
first.
thing.
Hold up. Oh my goodness. Got a lot of different, actually correct answers coming out of that. There are multiple ways to approach this. You weren't wrong. It's not the traditional way to do it. Okay, generally speaking, when there's parentheses involved, we try to do the stuff in the parentheses first if possible. Can we do anything with x minus 3 in parentheses? No. The next thing we try to do is we multiply the number in front through the parentheses. It's called distribution. What is 4 times x?
4x.
4 times 3?
12x.
Negative 12.
12.
12.
4 times 3 is 12, and then we don't forget positive times negative is negative.
Now you add 12 on both sides.
Add the 12.
Divide 4.
4x equals 28, and then we divide by the 4. X equals 7.
Very beginning. My way, that way.
Oh, yes. Your way would have also worked. Sometimes there's x's on both sides. 3x plus 8 equals 2x minus 7. If there's variables on both sides, you want to move them together. You move them by either adding or subtracting, depending on if it's positive or negative. If it's positive, you move it by subtracting. If it's negative, you move it by adding. In this case, they're both positive.
So you subtract one.
So I subtract. It doesn't matter which one.
Some people recommend the smaller one.
Most people recommend the smaller one. X plus 8 is equal to, be careful, it's not 7,
Or 7. Yeah, it's -7.
negative 7.
-7, yeah. I knew that.
Still trying to get the x alone, now I get rid of the 8 by subtracting.
What's that?
You get negative 15. Be careful with your positives and negatives. If you are a person who struggles with adding and subtracting positives and negatives, we have calculators for a reason. Okay.
That's a lot of numbers.
Sometimes they get a little bit longer. Okay, first thing I notice there's x's in multiple places. I notice there's parentheses. Can I do anything with x minus 8 in the parentheses?
No, so you distribute
So we distribute. 3 times x,
3x.
3 times negative 8, negative 24. The other things didn't get touched. Now I've got multiple x's, but do you notice they're on the same side of the equal sign this time?
Yeah.
If they are on the same side of the equal sign, because the equal sign's over here, we do not do opposite operations this time. Opposite operations was recognizing this was a positive 2x, and I subtracted it.
5x minus 24.
Yes, 5x.
When they are on the same side, you do exactly what they say. I've got a positive 3x, and it's adding 2x. 3 plus 2 is, yes, 5x. Minus 24 is equal to 12.
And plus 24 on each side.
6. 36.
5x equals 36.
Divide that equals 6. Okay.
It's not a nice number this time.
I know
Nope.
that. I get that. I was thinking about 6 times
7.2. Okay.
That's a dumb number.
I really just have one more example that I want to do. And this is one that messes with people a little bit. And then we're going to transition and we're going to do something a little different.
Now I remember how to use it.
2x plus 7, all being divided by 5 is equal to 10. When you have a fraction, in all technicality, you've got parentheses going on if there's addition or subtraction in that fraction. There's a plus sign going up here, which means in all technicality, there's parentheses holding the 2x plus 7 together. That is important because that means I cannot touch the 2x plus 7 until the parentheses disappear. Making parentheses disappear. If there's numbers in front of things, we distribute, but that's not what's happening here. We have to undo the fact that it's getting divided by 5. Opposite of divide is multiply. So I multiply both sides of the equation by the thing it's being divided by. In this case, 5. On the left side, the times by 5 and the divide by 5 will cancel one another out. And then I'm left with the 2x plus 7. The parentheses can now disappear. Equal to 10 times 5 is 50. From here, it starts to look like your regular old equation. Minus the 7, you get 43, and divide by 2. For some reason, 21.5, I believe?
Yep.
For some reason, the moment that divide is in there, people tend to forget that divide and multiply are opposites, and they tend to forget how to do it. So,